would you say is the biggest like steel man the argument against it? Why we should stay at the park, and under the current like how things are.
DJ, you want to go first?
So you're saying my reason why I think we should stay?
Or I mean, unless like you so, but depending on how you fall on the matter, if you think that like
Okay.
no, we should stay,
Okay.
or like yeah,
Yeah. So I think for me, ideal situation is we do stay because been there for so long and everyone sort of sees it at home, and it's obviously a great, very nice stadium. I think ideally you stay and you just expand the stadium from, I think it's 45, maybe move it to 55, maybe even 60. And then maybe in the meantime we play at sort of another stadium for however long it takes to build.
Yeah, like Stade de France or something.
Exactly, like started from like Tottenham did when they were building their shit bowl. I think I think that would be the ideal situation, but obviously we know what the situation is with the sort of the mayor and the government and whatnot. So they're unwilling to let us sort of expand the stadium. So I think if we can't stay, obviously then we need to move. So yeah. I don't know if that answered your question, but
yeah. So like the history, but I guess that's that's what I thought.
History. Yeah, history. Yeah, pretty much.
What about you, Mo? Is it sort of the same?
So where's the question again exactly? What what was the incentive? What's the best number one incentive to stay at the park?
Yeah, what would be like the biggest argument in favor of like not going somewhere else and staying as things currently are?
Just like the cultural vibe. Like we've had the Parc des Princes ever since 1972. No,
Yeah.
1975, 1976, ever since it was built. And I mean, that's where the ultras have gone all the time. That's where all the memories have been created. And it's always a huge risk building a new stadium because that would be not the stadium of the memories and so on. And then when you get a new stadium, it may feel robotic, Junior. Like it would look good, it would feel good. The grass will be better, the seats will be better, but it's about that. It's about that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And then also is the distance. The potential new
Yeah.
PSG stadium will be like 20 kilometers away from central Paris.
Yeah.
Because they want to build. I think the main reason they also want to leave the park is because it's not just about the stadium, Junior. A lot of the new owners now they understand that you have to maximize as much profit as possible. So they want to build like a mini city
Yeah. Sort of like what cities
around
have.
around the stadium.
Yeah,
City
with
have?
like shopping. Yeah, city. Like if you go to, well, what they have, they've sort of developed around it. So like at the Etihad. So like
Yes.
having, I think Real Madrid's sort of done that. Like they've got like shopping centers and whatnot, and like make it more of like an experience, not just like you go to the game and you
Exactly.
leave.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's just maximize profits, especially because they're focusing more on tourists than locals. All the
Yeah.
major clubs in the world. Um, but in terms of, like, I know it's gonna happen, so I try to see the positives in it. We'll get a bigger stadium. Hopefully, we can have crazy atmosphere there with it being even bigger and better. Um, it would generate the club more money. Like, it's only better for the club. It's not better for the fans. I mean, it's better for like Chinese tourists, maybe.
I mean, I think for me the biggest thing, though, I think from what's stopping the club is more so it's the fact that the mayor of the city they don't want because right now PSG are like they're leasing the stadium. They don't like own it actually. And I think that's well, at least on paper, that's what they want. They want to like buy it out outright. But then the mayor of the city is saying no, the Parc des Princes is like a cultural icon to people of Paris, and that we can't have it in
Yeah, and
the
it's sold to Qataris.
yeah. So which I mean I think it's already pretty hypocritical because like a lot of like buildings in Paris already down. I was like, it's already owned by the Qataris, which is like,
Yeah,
all right, fine.
and the thing is, like, it's not QSI that will own the stadium. It's still PSG, which means
Yeah,
if QSI sells PSG, stadium goes with it. So
yeah,
PSG still owns the stadium.
yeah,
So it doesn't make any sense. The things, Junior, I think Nasser is happy that Anna is doing this because if she didn't do it, he wouldn't be. Because I think from the back of his head, he's always wanted to move to build a new brand new stadium and do exactly what he wants. So
Do
I think
you,
he's
yeah.
happy.
I
There
mean,
was even her council, they did like a vote, Junior,
Hmm.
and they voted for to sell it, but she vetoed it.
Yeah.
She's stupid. Like I've never seen a.
I mean, there's gonna be no there's mayoral elections coming up soon in Paris, so there could be a change of government there. The
I know, but I
only
think Nasser's already made his mind.
yeah, he's already said that. Yeah, they've left them with no other choice. It's just that like the thing with the Parc too is like even if they did buy it outright, like I think what PSG what they want is to expand it to like roughly 60,000 or maybe even a bit more. Because like you think of it right now, like PSG's like not even like what top 5, arguably same as in France, like in Ligue 1 currently, right?
You know, like the biggest stadiums.
Yeah, in terms of capacity.
I'd say top 5. I
No,
think
look,
it's
Marseille
like
is bigger.
Leon.
Marseille, Lyon, Lille is bigger.
Look, was bigger.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Saint Etienne
cool.
is probably bigger.
Saint Etienne have a big. I didn't know Saint Etienne have a big stadium.
Saint Etienne is Saint Etienne. Let me search up stadium capacity.
You just do average attendance. French, you have Marseille.
Okay, no, maybe roughly the same
you have
size.
Lyon. So only Lyon and PSG have a higher attendance than PSG.
Yeah, so Saint Etienne's smaller, so it's 42.
You got Lille here. You got Arsenal, 37. We're wishing Nantes, Saint-Étienne, 26. It's also about filling. Like
Right.
PSG, we average, we completely filling.
Right. I think to be fair, I don't really think there's like a culture of massive stadiums in French football, the same way you have in like Germany or something like that.
Yeah. So like the biggest stadiums in France are the Stade de France is the biggest at 80,000, Stade Vélodrome at 67.
Yeah.
Then it's Lyon at 60. Then it's Lille, Saint-Pierre, Mauroy at 50, and it's PSG at 47.
Right. Okay. All right. So you're talking max capacity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I mean, this is what you said before. Like, if you look, here's the top 16. You only have one French team.
Right.
Then you have
a lot of Germans.
5 German,
right.
3 Italian. I mean, the same stadium here.
Right.
And then England.
Yep.
Because France, out of the top 5, has the lowest football culture. A lot of it has to do with the yeah. I mean, because France has so many other cultural stuff. They have art, they have wine, they have Notre Dame, they have Eiffel Tower. Like that's if you go to Paris, watching PSG is a side piece. If you go to Madrid, watching Real Madrid is the only piece you can get.
Right.
It's an irrelevant city apart from that.
Yeah. And like as I was saying earlier, like you see the amount of German stadiums there, you know. Yeah.
Up to.
I wonder why that's the case though. Like why are the stadiums just so big? Because I think there was a thing about like Schalke getting 50,000+ a week playing in the
second
German
division.
Yeah, second division. But like I'm just like that's crazy when you think about it.
I think it's just also the way the clubs are structured in Germany as well.
With the 50+1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, San Pauli.
Yeah.
I think they're in the second tier. They got Modern, Fulham. What is man?
What are you looking for?
Well, you said Schalke.
Is it possible that this is top division teams only? Because I'm not seeing any second division teams here.
No, you're right. It's top 5.
Yeah, big 5 table. There is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only annoying thing is that the pact you can't really, because of how it's structured, you can't really like the cocoon. It's concrete, so you can't really like even
what are other stadiums made of?
No, as in like if you see the back, it's like cement,
right?
Whereas
so it's harder to break.
As in, it's harder to because of the way it's structured. Yeah, you think, for example, like the Camp Nou, like all the outside, like they took all that down. Okay. You couldn't really do that with the Parc des Princes because of the cocoon shape it has. It's a very unique shape.
You think it would cave in if they had to do that?
No, as in like if you want it, you have to take out like the whole stadium.
Okay.
You have to demolish the entire thing and
so like what stadiums in like the world or something? Could you give me an example of a stadium where like it's easier to remodel?
Like look if you look at like Camp Nou destruction, like or how they took it down.
Yeah, go on.
Like, yeah, it's sort of because the Camp Nou was built a long time. Like the way they constructed it, they sort of tore down the outside bits. Like all the upper level, they sort of took that bit down. It's a lot easier. Whereas the way the shape of the PSG one, it's like it goes over top and everything.
You
Yeah,
can't destroy bits. You either destroy the whole thing or you keep.
exactly. Yeah.
And then
Uh,
also because we have all this running space, because this would probably be the best way to make it bigger, which is like put the seats closer to the pitch.
right. Rather than
Yeah.
going
You
rather
can't
than going outside in, you want to go sort of no.
inside out.
Well, they sort of already did
No,
that with
I
like,
don't know if that's the phrase, but you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
but they
yeah,
already
yeah.
made that big. Like you see, like the seats on the right side there, those were like because they did a renovation in 2016 and they added more seats.
Okay, okay.
So they've already
Yeah, for
done more.
Euros.
That's the thing that there's only so much more that like I
They
think
can
they
do.
estimates are is that it can only get it to like
I mean,
55,000.
I think that's so.
Yeah.
Is that with minor changes?
As in
No,
like
no.
I think the
So
theoretical like maximum
Okay,
that you
that's the
could like
max.
yes,
So would
yes.
that involve breaking of the wall, or would that just be what we spoke about as far as
no like
getting
taking down
the
those
track?
seats there. Yeah,
Yeah,
adding more seats
I
there.
think that's okay. Like if you can get 55 and you don't have to break the wall, I think that's
No, but
okay.
that's what they wanted. They wanted to renovate stadium for like 700 million.
Right.
But
Okay,
they
and
wanted to
that's what
own
got
this stadium
denied.
to make that renovation.
Is that what got denied then?
They wanted to own it if they were gonna invest that kind of money.
Oh, okay, okay,
To
okay.
Yeah,
And then the government denied that request.
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Because
which
yeah,
I
like,
understand.
if you had like any like how superpower,
right,
what you would want to do at the park is like you carve here. You do like a small triangle. You do a small triangle, and then you push it all closer, and then you can make it probably a bit higher.
okay,
But I
okay.
mean,
So
you can't.
you go up instead of like going out.
Yeah, and you push it closer. Like
Yeah,
this one, you push it all the way close there. You push it a bit
right.
Yeah, I
closer
think I
there.
think the most likely thing, but I think what they were talking about is you probably like have to like lower the pitch, lower the level of it lower, and then put more
Oh, and
seats
then
down there.
down.
Yeah,
Okay, like a
because one
coliseum
of the
kind of
one
feel.
of the good things about
Oh,
the park and why it's so good is you have like really good viewing from basically everywhere. Like it's not like some other stadiums where um like the construction like when it was obviously when it was constructed it was like revolutionary for its time based on like the structure of like there's no beams and whatnot, so it's
Right.
like everywhere you're gonna have like a decent viewing experience. It's not like some of those German stadiums you go and you look how like the stands are constructed, like yes you're very sort of on top and it feels like menacing, but like viewing experience is like
It's not as good.
iffy. Yeah, it's not as good as everywhere.
Oh, I didn't know that actually.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the podcast like some like everywhere you go you have like very good viewing experience.
Right. That's actually one thing that's interesting is like having a massive stadium isn't always a great thing because like for the more seats you have, the more bad seats you also add, if that makes sense. So like in a stadium, if you have like a 40,000 seat stadium, you might have 500 not great seats. If you have a 70,000, that might go to 2,000 bad seats, that
Well,
sort
I
of thing.
think that's more so how the stadium is constructed. So if you look at
Yeah, yeah.
if you think of like Olympic stadiums, they're actually like constructed pretty well because you have
Oh,
a pretty good
really?
viewing. Yeah,
Okay.
like if you just think of like how like if you look at this image of the park, how it's very like wide open and whatnot. Compare that to like Dortmund's stadium, where like at the park, like when you go there,
Hmm.
when you play at Dortmund, like you feel like the fans are on top of you, like literally on top of you. Here at the park, like the fans are like it gets loud, yes, because of how the shape of it and it keeps the sound in and whatnot,
Right.
but they're not like literally on top of you.
it's more about
Okay.
like the incline, right? So
Yeah,
like
the
Dortmund Arena
incline.
is more like this, whilst Park is more open,
Yeah,
like this.
exactly. It's more like a
Okay,
fishbowl.
okay.
Like yeah, it's more concave than
Okay, so
this.
like you're saying like the sort of the square sort of stadiums aren't as
Yeah.
good a viewing
So if you
experience.
think of this, think of like an Old Trafford, like even like the Bernabeu is sort of almost more like that, where it's like really like on top.
Okay. So can I ask like what is your sort of favorite like views from stadiums you've been to?
I mean, I haven't been to many, but
You
I
haven't
mean,
been to too many.
no, I've been to the park. The park is really good.
Where did you see? So where did you sit? So like more sort of closer to the pitch, or were you high up?
Um, okay, so I went to the park last year to watch the Dortmund game.
Yep.
And you see where Mo, if you like keep going to the left, up just a bit more. I was about
That's
there.
that's what you
When
said. How
yeah,
was your view? Was it
it
good?
was like I could see everything. Like I could see
Okay,
everything was good, even though like I was in like the nosebleeds, like really high up.
right.
And then I won another game. It was for you guys remember that it was the game where we played in black. Neymar like dyed his hair pink. I remember it was against Montpellier, I think, if I'm not if
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. When
yeah,
he
I was
got
at
yellow for that
yeah for flicking the
rainbow.
I was there and I was like um okay, we're I'm trying to think. Usually the fans, like the opposing team fans, are on like the middle there, that picture, like on the corner there, on the left. Yeah, there. I think those are where the opposing fans typically are. If I'm not mistaken. So I'm trying to think which one is the Otay. Otay is like the nearest one, whereas like where the ultras are, if I'm not mistaken. I think. Either way, but I was like on that corner there because I remember on my left I had the opposing fans. I had the Montpellier fans, and he was there, and he had like it's a corner seat. It's not like the best seat, but like I could still see like most of the things. Like the park has like very good viewing.
Yeah, I was here.
Right behind, but you weren't with the ultras, so you're on the other side.
Yeah, all the way down. Yeah, I had like this. I had the best like breathing space for my feet as well. Oh my!
Yeah. Now the park, it's a great stadium. The only thing too though, it's like y'all, it's like also like kind of dated. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm probably like
No, I like that. I would say the main negative thing about the park is the size. Like we have outgrown the size of the park. It's too big. It's too small for how many people want to watch PSG.
yeah,
Compare this like what Madrid go at 90K, Barca 100K.
80.
We got what 48K.
Yeah.
We're bigger clubs now. Like we actually had the highest revenue in the 22-23. I don't remember. I don't know from 23-24, but we had the highest stadium revenue. Mostly because we have also a lot of VIP seats.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's the thing. Yeah.
celebrities come and so on.
Wait, hold on. What did he say? He said, I was at the LSG versus Real Madrid game in 2022, the worst stadium ever. Swear. It's so far away from the field. I'd rather rip my ticket instead. Oh,
Yeah, that's like one negative thing.
I mean, yeah, you're further away. True. Yeah, but I think it's not the worst thing. I mean, I'm not sure how like you guys. I personally like maybe I'm contrarian. I actually like quite like sort of modern architecture. I like I know it's very like countercultural to like just dislike anything modern. Like I like for example like the new Madrid City. I think it looks pretty cool. A lot of people don't like it because they all like sort of look all the same and whatnot, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. But like when I think of it too, like when I think of like I don't know like the like Stanford Bridge and like Old Trafford, they also like kind of all look the same too. I don't get like the argument there. I just like the Spurs Stadium. I think it looks pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having that at PSG.
You know, when you said modern architecture, I thought you meant more so like interior design and sort of the way houses are being built nowadays. I didn't know you were still on the point of football stadiums.
Oh, I mean, like I guess the thing of like glasses, like people don't like glass buildings everywhere and everything. That's what
Right,
a lot of
right.
people like.
Yeah, I get you, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we talk about like modern stadiums, right, we're looking at thingy. Obviously, Tottenham's one is one. You
Like
guys
new
know
ones.
which one? Yeah, newer ones. That's I'm trying to think of newer ones.
Like Emirates is a bit new.
No,
It
like
makes
they've
feel
done work to like make it like newer and stuff, but I don't think it's what almost 20 years now, isn't it?
when did we
Is it 19, 20 years? Like 17 maybe.
2006?
Yeah, so that's 19
Yeah,
years
that's not pretty.
ago.
I mean, that's like I was 3 years old when it opened. I
Right.
say that's not new.
Right. I think also when you talk about the design, I don't think the Emirates is like that
Oh,
modern.
the Allianz, the Juventus one.
Yeah, I think that's one you can probably look at because
Oh,
they did
okay,
some
it's Bayern
renovation.
Stadium, not like that. It's actually like fairly. Hold on, Allianz Arena, like the Bayern's one.
Oh yeah, with the way it lights up and
Yeah.
whatnot. Yeah, that's a good
Um,
shout. That's a good shout.
the thing is, so it's like it's old.
But it doesn't look old. That's the
Exactly.
thing.
It feels modern. Like it opened into
Exactly.
it's older than the Emirates, but it feels
Right.
newer.
It feels newer. I think it's just the Wanda is one. How can I forget that?
Wanda
Yeah,
Metropolitano.
Yep. I think Real did some work on this as well, right?
Yeah, recently. I mean, yeah, opened
Yeah.
last year, so yeah,
Yeah.
pretty new.